Hey, I'm Dëra, and you are watching Freeme TV Studio X, the making of Joeboy's baby. I actually made the beats on my bed, in my room, my bedroom, and I use my earpiece because I actually do not know how to I don't know how to like speakers to make beats for now. Then I actually sent it to an artist first, but it didn't really work out. Then there was a friend of mine, his name is Kyo, by the way, super dope producer. I sent him the beats just for him to like, hear it and stuff. Then he was like, yo, that this beat is fire. That he has a friend of his that, oh bro, I have a friend of mine and he's a really good singer. I want him to like jump on the beat and stuff. I was like, oh yeah, cool. I was like, cool. Then he sent it to Joeboy. Joeboy loved it. Then he called me on the phone. I think he called me the next day and he told me that he needed the full beats. Then I sent him the full beats. Like in like 5 hours, he recorded the whole song. Like literally 5 hours. I didn't plan on giving him the beat. I didn't even think of him at the time. Although I used to listen to his music when I was in my year one. I was always like, oh, I would love to work with this guy because he's actually a really good artist and stuff. Yeah, then eventually I had the opportunity to work with him and it was great, it was amazing. I'm gonna show you guys how I made Joeboy's baby. Yay. Okay, so to be honest, I actually started with the melody. I actually had like a different sound at first for the melody and it went like this. It actually had like, it started off like this. Trash, right? Extremely trash. So from there, I decided, I was like, oh, that this wasn't sounding like dope enough. So I was like, okay, you know what? Let me just like switch it up and stuff. And apparently I just played something different on it. Then it was that easy. Then, but I found out that I actually did not like the sound. I actually didn't like the sound. Then I decided to change it. I switched it up. And when I changed it, it wasn't still sounding exactly what I wanted. So I was like, oh, you know what? Let me just use my voice. I actually recorded my voice to get the flute sound. And that's what we hear right here. I used my voice to make the flute sound. I actually made it on Ableton first. For producers out there, I made it on Ableton. Then I exported it as a waveform and I put it onto FL Studio. That's how I got that sound. Like I put like different effects on it and stuff to make it sound like that, but it was my voice. The next sound was a sound from Serum and it sounded like this. Well, like I actually did that because I wanted it to sound like wavy. No, when I mean wavy, I mean like all this like surfers, like soft guys, people like surf on the like ocean and stuff. It was like I wanted it to like feel like you're like on air, that kind of thing, when people listen to it and stuff. And then the next thing I added was the reverse keys, and that was this. When Joeboy's baby came out, like a lot of producers were texting me on IG and sending me DMs and they were asking, oh, bro, what did you use for the flute sound and stuff? Well, I actually didn't use a flute. That was my voice. I recorded myself on my mic, then on Ableton. Then I exported the vocals and as a waveform and sent it to FL Studio. Then like I added effects to it to make it sound like a flute, which I will not tell you. So that's how it turned out like this. Yeah, so after that, basically after that, I actually, I felt like, just my voice like that and everything, it didn't sound strong enough. So I decided, oh, let me just add like extra things, extra melodies on it to fill everything up and stuff. Then I decided to get this reverse piano thing. I actually played it, then I reversed it. Then but still, it still didn't sound strong enough, I guess, because it still sounds empty, I guess. So I decided to add something else. There's this sound of, like for producers out there. There's this sound. There's this plugin Serum. I use Serum a lot. It had this dope wavy sound. I really liked it, and I decided to use it. And it goes like this. Yeah. So everything all together. When I play everything all together, it sounds like this. Okay, so that was basically all for the melody. To be honest, that was all for the melody. So the next thing I actually did were the drums. Yeah, the drums. And well, I can't remember what I started with, to be honest with you, because I I really do not remember. I just do some things that actually, just happened. So I think I started with obviously not the kick. I think I started with this. I started with the hats. I don't know why I started with hats. Like no one actually starts with hats, so I just started with the hats. Then I went to the snares because I just wanted to have like a vibe, like a bounce to it. I wanted to know what I was actually doing, if I'm actually making an Afrobeat or I'm making trap. Because at the time, just with the melody, I didn't know what I was doing until I added like the snares, and it sounded like this. Like it had that bounce, like with the, and there aren't any effects. Like my mixer is legit empty. I did not put anything on there. My master is empty. Everything is empty. Aside from like just the shaker, just the normal EQ for shakers and stuff. Then this came in with the snare. Like I added like an open heart and a vocal like woo woo woo, and I added something else. Okay, so there's something about this sound. I made this sound myself. I made this sound myself. There's this wood instrument I actually use at home. I have like this wood instrument in my house, so I just brought my mic and I brought the wood and I hit it together. Then I added effects and stuff, and it sounded different. So I added it to the beats, and basically I make my own drums. Most of my drums I make my own drums, cause there's a way I want my stuff to sound, and if I wanted to sound the way I want it to sound, I would have to actually make my own stuff. So I decided to make my stuff. Not all my stuff, but most of my stuff, I actually do make them. So I started with the hi-hats and it went this way.